Hey there, good afternoon, everybody. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph, and I am the host of this show. So today we're going to be doing an episode of Look Back at a Classic Rock Album, and we're going to be featuring this album, Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. Now, I used to think this, I don't know, I've always referred to this as Man on the Silver Mountain, the album, but really it's actually the Rainbow debut album. It came back out in 1975. Released August the 4th in the US and September the 5th in the UK, in the UK, sorry. Recorded at Musicland in Munich, Germany, about 37 minutes in length, on the Oyster record label in the United Kingdom, and on Polydor and all the other parts of the world. And this is a Polydor version of it, so it makes perfect sense. Produced by Ritchie Blackmore, Martin Birch, and Ronnie James Dio. The band consisting of Ritchie Blackmore on guitars, Ronnie James Dio on vocals, Gary Driscoll on drums, Craig Gruber on bass, and Mickey LeSole on piano, mellotron, clavinet, and organ. So the last four guys, I'll be Ronnie James, Gary, Craig, and Mickey, are all members of Elf. So he took the Elf band and used it as kind of his band for this record. Additional musicians include Shoshana Feinstein on backing vocals on Catch a Rainbow and Still I'm Sad. So there are a total of 9 tracks, I believe, on this album. Yeah, 9 tracks on the album. So first of all, it's a hard rock album. That's my opinion. I think it's a hard rock album with a fair amount of blues influence. You also have, I'm just going to pull this down a bit because I'm leaning over too much. So you also have a fair bit of, there's a little bit of progginess to this album. Very operatic voices, of course, because of Ronnie. Overall, there's some quieter, more subdued, pastoral, maybe ballad-like songs, but quite a few heavier songs too, including the opening track, which is The Man on the Silver Mountain. So the front half of this album, for me, the first 4 songs are all really, it's a stronger front half than it is the back half. So we'll talk first about the front half. So the tracks here include The Man on the Silver Mountain, just over 4.5 minutes in length. Pretty heavy melodic guitar riff here, catchy. Vocals typical of Dio, very forward, very strong, operatic, a little raspiness to his voice at times, at points in the song, but very strong. It's got a nice, heavy, catchy melody. It's got 2 solos. There's one that's kind of a picky type thing. I wouldn't even call it a solo. It's more like just a piece of fill or something like that. And then you have more of a melodic, metal-like solo later, and then it's got a mystical quality to this song, and I think it's probably, it definitely would be the title track if they were going to title this album. Next is a song called Self-Portrait, another really good song. I love both of the first 2 tracks a lot. There's a little bit of a cowbell at the beginning with a catchy guitar riff. Dio's very operatic on this particular song. Very rhythmic and very forward in the mix. A nice catchy riff in the song, and the solo is heavy, detailed, fast, and catchy. The next track is one that they did a cover of. This is Black Sheep of the Family. A bit of a kind of a windy country kind of feel to it, and the vocals are kind of raspy, heavy, and a little bit on that country feel as well. Probably the weakest track on the first side of the album, but still not a bad track at all. Next track up as we flip over is Catch the Rainbow, longest track on the album, just over 6.5 minutes. Probably my favorite track on the record. It wasn't initially my favorite, but once I played the album for I think it's like 5 or 6 months back then, it became my favorite and has kind of remained that way over the course of the history of this album. Now, I did get this album in the early 80s, not this particular version of it, but I had it on vinyl and then again later on CD, I believe, briefly. I think I broke it if I remember correctly, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, Catch the Rainbow, nice slow, low guitar riff, moody. It's a kind of a moody track. The vocals are clear but moody, operatic, strong, kind of a mid-range sound. It's got a nice catchy melody, some synthesizer parts going on here as well. But it's a slow, moody guitar solo as well. A very somber song, but I like this quite a bit. It's almost, it's definitely in that range that ballads come in, but I don't think of it as a ballad at all. Next up is Snake Charmer, 4.5 minutes in length. This one's kind of fast-paced, catchy opening. Then you got kind of a hard rocking track as it goes along. The vocals are a bit more murky, not as easy to hear what he's saying, a little bit more moody as well. Nice heavy guitar-driven solo here. Snake Charmer. Next one up is Temple of the King. This one's a little better than that. I think it's got some similar feel to it in some ways. I like this one better though. Slow melodic riff, ballad-like sound as well. You also have some strong, mystical, clear, mid-range vocals here, becoming a more operatic as it goes along. It's got a kind of a slow melodic guitar solo as well, and it's kind of telling a story. I feel like there's a story here to be told. Every time I hear this song, I think of that. So, The next track up is If You Don't Like Rock and Roll. If You Don't Like Rock and Roll is the name of the track. This one is the other weaker track. There's a couple of weak ones. Snake Charmer, this one. Up-tempo, rock and roll type song with some piano in there. The vocals are raspy, a little bit heavy, a little bit aggressive as well. A bit of a crunchy feel as well, this song. Next track up is 16th Century Greensleeves. I believe this is the other cover. Doesn't say. Well, it actually doesn't say for either. I bet you if I open it up, it'll tell me, though. Let's see here. I don't know for a fact. I could have swore there was 2 cover tracks on this album, and I'm thinking this is it. It's not going to tell me, though, without looking it up, so we will go with my instinct, which tells me it's a cover as well. 16th Century Greensleeve, kind of a catchy, raw riff opens the song. Vocals are clear, mid-range at times. Bit of a fast, melodic, but ample kind of solo as well. It's a pretty strong song. And I don't like it as much as some of the other songs on the album, but I like it better than the 2 tracks that I put at the bottom. Next up is Still I'm Sad, the final track. This is the instrumental. It's about almost 4 minutes in length. Kind of a fast-paced guitar riff. The song's fast. It has a bit of a fast tempo to it. Nice catchy riff, some melodic soloing here. The guitar-driven, some ripping solo towards the back end. That's the best part of this song. So overall, I find I like this album a lot. I think it has more of a nostalgic feel for me now than it used to. I haven't listened to it much over the years. I don't know if it's as good, or I don't think it's as good as Rainbow Rising, but for a debut album, it's pretty solid. So that's my take today on Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, a debut album for Rainbow. Sorry, got the hiccups now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you want to make any comments about this album, you can in the comment section below. Or if you want, you can just hit the like and subscribe. That would be okay as well. And we will see you all next Tuesday night for another episode of look back at a classic rock album. So take care, have yourself a good night, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.